muss üben. Nutze. This guy lost it. Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Livestream hier aus dem cardshark Studio. Heute wird es ein bisschen kunterbunt, denn ich werde heute einiges ausprobieren. Wir haben nicht den Rainer und den Sven und den Sascha hier direkt bei uns im Studio. Ich mache das heute hier von alleine und ja, dabei ist es aber Folgendes. Der Sascha spricht nur Englisch. Und wir wollen ja auch noch nachher den englischen Stream machen. Und meine Idee ist deshalb, den ganzen Stream, den wir jetzt hier haben, auf Englisch durchzuführen. Solltet ihr dort irgendwie Schwierigkeiten haben, schreibt es bitte in den Chat. Wir tun unser Bestes. Der Rainer wird dann texten oder der Frank, um dann euch Kommentare entsprechend zu schreiben. Ich denke mal, das ist die beste Lösung, um hier einen schönen Interviewfluss zu haben. Das Thema heute wird sein, wie man Meaningful Magic betreibt, also wie kann man Emotionen in seine eigene Zauberei bringen, um die Zuschauer besser zu erreichen, alle Sinne anzusprechen. Und der Sascha ist da natürlich top im Thema. Er hat euch auch etwas vorbereitet, was wir gleich mal einblenden werden. Erst einmal die kleine Intro und dann geht's los. Wir schauen mal. Ja, letzte Woche war richtig toll, da hatten wir euch die Real Magic Roadshow vorgestellt und ja, da sind auch schon viele Anmeldungen reingegangen. Danke erstmal für alle diejenigen, die sich hier schon angemeldet haben. Ich möchte es nicht vermissen, dass ich euch noch einmal ganz kurz den Trailer zeige, bevor es dann entsprechend weitergeht. Ihr wisst Bescheid, man muss ja auch mal ein bisschen Werbung machen. Also hier nur ganz kurz der Trailer zur Real Magic Roadshow.
The Real Magic Roadshow is coming your way for one day only. This is your chance to see and purchase astonishing magic performed live by the people who know these effects inside and out. Get up close and personal with a select group of the industry's leading creators and producers. Each featured creator will also be presenting a short pro tip session in which they will share techniques and information on how to get the most from their prized creations. These are ideas and insights gleaned from countless performances, and it's all included in your low-cost admission. Perhaps the most incredible part is the entire event costs only $10 to attend. But here's the real magic. If you register now, you'll receive a $10 gift card for use with any of the dealers on the day of the event. It's like getting in for free. And the magic doesn't end there. Register now and you'll be entered to win one of our magic prize packages to be awarded in each city. You'll also be entered in our grand prize event in which one lucky attendee will win an original low-sander floating table. All this is included in your insanely low-cost $10 registration. But space is limited and you must register in advance to attend. For a complete list of dates, details, and locations, visit realmagicroadshow.com.
Ja, ist wirklich ein spannendes Ding, die Real Magic Roadshow, die im September zu euch kommen wird. Wir haben die Städte Frankfurt, München am ersten Wochenende. Am zweiten Wochenende haben wir dann Berlin und Hamburg im Plan. Und ganz zum Schluss, am 16. und 17. September, glaube ich, ist es dann noch Essen und Köln. Es wäre toll, wenn ihr mit dabei seid. Wenn ihr an einem Wochenende etwas schon vorhabt und ihr könnt nicht kommen, dann scheut euch nicht auch mal mit einer Fahrgemeinschaft euch ins Auto zu setzen und zu einem anderen Ort zu fahren, denn so weit sind die Orte nicht auseinander. Wenn ihr mal schon eine Roadshow wie ich in Amerika gemacht habt, dann wisst ihr, was wirklich weite Strecken sind. Da ist dann so eine 2-Stunden-Fahrt ist wirklich total wert. Also ich würde es auf jeden Fall machen. So, ich gehe mal ganz kurz hier in den Chat. Kurze Frage, wo wird sie denn in München stattfinden? Da stimmen auf der Webseite Hotel und Adresse nicht überein. Oh, vielen Dank für den Hinweis. Das gucke ich mir nachher mal an. Ich spreche mit dem Paul Richards. Ist eine gute Frage. Ich hatte das Hotel rausgesucht, aber ich habe es jetzt nicht überprüft. Das wirst du dann entsprechend auf der Webseite aktualisiert finden. Wir haben es so gemacht, dass wir, wenn wir von Frankfurt aus runterkommen, nicht einmal noch quer durch München durch müssen. Logischerweise, denn wir reisen halt am Samstagabend an und müssen dann ja am Sonntagmorgen wieder aufbauen. Das passt soweit ganz gut. Ja, gut. Alles Weitere. Wir werden jetzt Folgendes machen. Ich tue jetzt einfach mal so, als würden wir den englischen Stream beginnen, denn ab jetzt nehme ich auf und schicke das dann nachher in den englischen Stream auch. Hello and welcome to a new live stream here from the cardshark studio in Essen, Germany. Thank you for joining us. Today we will have a great interview with 3 great guests. One will be Rainer Mees from Paralabs. The next one will be Sven Heubes, a great magician and a mentalist from Düsseldorf here in Germany. And last but not least, we will have Sasha Crespi, a great magician, well known for his meaningful magic. And yeah, well, let me turn on the studio and bring these 3 guys in. Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Hey, we are fine. Can you hear us here?
Yes, everything works fine. I hope there as well. Please leave in the comments a 1 if you can hear us. If anything is not doing well with echo or whatsoever, we tried everything to avoid any feedbacks here. So yeah, it should work.
Okay.
Perfect.
Christian, I would first introduce Sasha in German because we do both. We do the German and the English stream, and then I will repeat, or Sven will repeat it in English. Is that okay?
Well, I already recorded now so that we are in the English stream and we don't have to go back to German. That's all fine. We can stay in English language. And this video will then go over there. Only if Sasha wants to speak in his language, then we certainly, no, it's all good. We stay in English, it's fine.
Okay, Christian. The thing is that Sasha came to me like, how should I say, like ghost in the house. So I got the phone call from a really good friend from Belgium. Martin Bosman, it's an amazing mentalist, amazing thinker, and he called me and said, hey, a good friend of mine, Sasha Crespi, is in Belgium and he needs a place to sleep. That's normal in the community. And I said, oh, no problem. We are in Düsseldorf, close to Sven, And if you like, you can sleep in my home. So that's a normal way to support artists all over the world if you're in a foreign country. So, and then we met in Düsseldorf, Sasha,
Yeah.
in a bar, and then we went to my home, and then I thought we have at least an hour or two conversation, and then we go to bed.
5 beautiful hours.
Yes, and that was one of the mind-blowing nights I ever had, and I just speak about conversation and mentalism and magic, and not sex, to make it clear. So, and Sven, I have to make it clear in these times. Yeah. So, and yeah, and what should I say? If you're interested in emotional magic, if you're interested in the why question, and if you're interested in the who I am question, Sasha is the man of your choice. I never had a conversation like we had in the past. I'm in the business since 25 years, and for me it was mind-blowing, and now I can say we are friends.
Absolutely.
And it was astonishment. And 2 days ago, we was exactly here at this point, also a magical place in Germany, at Sven's home here. We had amazing dinner, and we had also a conversation for hours about magic, about real magic, about emotional magic. And that's what we like to talk about with you. Why you do magic, who you are, and what is important if you try to put your magic on the next level. Correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll teach you some really great magic as well, because sometimes we want to ground the ideas in practical, so we'll do both.
Yeah, there was that moment when I have to say I'm really a big fan of Campus Mágico, Fernando Figueras. I've been there several times, and I'm the ambassador, obviously. No, I was surprised to be the one in Germany for Campus Mágico. So we held some mini campuses here in my place, and in another place in Meerbusch with Jean-Olivier. And you have been there. We never met before. Fernando and Giancarlo Scalia, the other teacher, they were staying here at my home, as usual when they're here. I got a call from Rainer, and Rainer asked me, there's another young guy, and he has to go back to Belgium, but he has no chance to go home tonight. This is Sasha, could he probably stay with you?
I said, you have to invite him.
Yes. So, what should I do?
Yeah.
Is he going to bed? Bring him. So, meaningful magic.
Yeah.
Okay, that's another thing. So, it happened, so Giancarlo Scalia and Fernando Figueras, they came that night. They brought this young guy with them. And I have to admit, I'm performing magic now for 41 years. I'm a professional for 31 years. That was one of the most profound nights in magic and talks in magic. We were talking about magic about 7 or 8 hours till in the morning time.
Performed a lot of magic.
Yeah, for each other in a very, very close circle here. And we had deep conversations, and things happened which are truly magical. And we all came, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but let me just say this, because it is something very, very important. How to give some meaning to your magic. So if I watch the most magicians, I'm not asking myself how they're doing it, but why are you doing it? And that was just the reason for the spectator to realize what's going on. And he is one of the, he's touching emotionally so deep. And this is about awareness, philosophy, metaphors in magic, and giving yourself. And this is the one to learn from.
Absolutely. And if you're interested to see how Sasha is doing magic, how he's bringing magic in real life, then you should take the time to watch his 3-minute performance of his, one of the favorite
signature piece.
My signature piece. It's called Infinite Love.
Infinite Love. Please.
Yeah, sure.
So now you may speak.
Thank you. Well, let me start by saying hi. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to Christian. I'm very thankful to Sven, to Martin, and to Rainer. You've probably never heard of me, I understand that. I am an Iranian-Italian magician, and I've been performing and sharing magic for 15 years. I have a very unique background, which has allowed me to see magic in my own way. And today, my goal, my intention is to share as much as I can with you and to give you really helpful, practical things that you can instantly use. Not just philosophy, but I do love philosophy, and I'm very happy to be here. The performance you're about to see is a slower performance. It was in a theater setting at George R.R. Martin's theater, the person who created Game of Thrones.
In US.
US. I speak 4 languages, and I perform in 4 languages and silently. This performance is in English.
For the Queen of England.
I have performed for the Queen of England.
And now she died.
Yeah, that was my bad. No. Let's not talk about that. So the performance you're about to see is one of my signature pieces of magic. It is not original, but I have really made it my own. And what I want to do for the next little while is to show you this piece and then show you how much it's changed, how I've totally flipped the meaning. And this piece I've been working on for 12 years, and every day I keep learning something new. And I have a lot of interesting subtleties you can use in your own magic. So, without further ado.
So we will see his masterpiece, and after that, we will discuss about it, and Sasha will share some really deep depth insights with you.
It's just a card trick, by the way, but it's a beautiful one. It's just a card trick.
It's just a
Please,
card
if
trick.
you watched it and you're not sure about something, don't hesitate to ask questions, because Sasha is such a generous person. He will answer all your questions as honest he can, because this is all what's about.
Yeah.
When we're sitting together.
Okay. Christian, please press play.
What's your name?
Laurel.
Hello, Laurel. Please join me at the table. How long have you been together? Let me actually get to know you for a moment. 34 years.
34, 35.
There's nothing funny about this, people. It's beautiful. 33 years. Where did you meet?
Thank you.
I agree with that. Where did you meet?
In Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Okay. Thank you for being here. I want to share a piece of magic with you that hopefully kind of celebrates your love. If that's okay. My favorite and last card trick.
I think you've been amazing. So.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. I'm doing my best to share magic in a respectful way. So,
Yes.
Laurel,
Yes, Sasha.
I want you to pull out a card, and you will not look, and neither will I. So how about this? I'll drop them on the table,
Okay.
and maybe you can have your eyes closed if you want, and I just want...
You said not look.
Fair. And whenever you want, I'd just like you to say stop.
Stop.
This one or this one?
This one.
Take a look. Don't show anyone. Okay? We're going to leave it right there, or you want to keep it?
No, leave it right there.
Okay, great. And I'll keep dealing the cards on top, mixing it in the middle. Okay, your turn now. I'm going to give you the cards, and you're going to deal them one at a time, and you're going to look into your wife's eyes, and you will know the card, and you will know when to stop.
Okay.
Great.
I believe you.
Okay. I will mix the card. Oh, I love how sweet. I feel like I should leave right now. Very sweet.
The wine, the candles,
The rose.
audience.
Table.
Take the card. Face down, start dealing. Keep dealing, keep dealing, keep dealing. Think of your card. Keep dealing. Is it a red card or a black card? Don't say it. It's only in the mind. Okay, red. We got you halfway there. Is it a heart or a diamond? And stop whenever you want. Is it a heart or a diamond?
I should say this?
No.
Okay.
Is it a heart or a diamond? Say it. Heart. Is it a heart?
Yeah.
A miracle.
What?
Is the card a high card or a low card?
You want me to tell you that?
Just think it.
Okay.
Low.
Wow.
Yes?
Yes, yes. Okay.
When I say 3, I want you to say the card at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Two of hearts.
Yes! By the way, you stopped right here. Hopefully, how did he do? To you! not done yet. Wow. Congratulations.
This is work at home.
Well, that was beautiful.
That was.
I'm really happy with that. I think we should keep going.
Okay.
This card is special, actually, not just because you found it or you found each other. Again, card magic is about life. This card is not normal. I think some of you can tell, right? These two hearts look separate, don't they? They are not separate. As a matter of fact, nothing is separate. Everything is connected. Do we agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So this card, because of this separation, kind of, to me, metaphorically, represents the illusion we find in relationship, the illusion of separation. Take one more look at the card. Tell me if you can see through the illusion now.
No.
No, that's okay. If we bend the card like this, what happens is the hearts are together. Mm-hmm. They kiss and they are together. Yeah? If we kiss the hearts like this, the hearts are together. It's time to break the illusion. Oh, don't worry about the tear in the middle. That's how the light gets in. The illusion is now broken. And here's the truth. Infinite love is the only truth. Anything else is an illusion. I mean that. Beautiful, right? I mean that. Infinite love is the only truth. Anything else is an illusion. And these are for you to keep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So, yes, you were still... Did I? Yes, you were unmuted, but thanks for keeping it quiet. I think there was not too much disturbance during this performance. Are you back?
We're here.
We are here.
Super. Thank you very much for this great effect. It's very emotional and I really like it a lot. And when you showed me the link, it was like, damn, I have seen this video before. You showed it to me back then. It's so beautiful. Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Before we start in explaining or in discuss about it, it would be great to hear some thoughts from the audience, from our members in front of the screen. So, what is the first impression they had? What is the first idea, the first question you have?
Are we talking now? Are we asking now our YouTube viewers? Or?
Yes, sure. We do.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, now let's see. We get very cool feedback, like very cool, great, amazing. That's really nice. Yeah, but as we have a small lag in the video to the chat. Yeah, Nesita.
Okay, then let's go another trace. Sasha, yes. What was the reason? What was your idea that you started magic like this? Sure. Why you are a young guy, you are 25, so why you don't just show card tricks, and why you don't like to be the hero? Why? What's the reason that you started magic with 25 years on this fucking earth like this?
Thank you for watching that, by the way. And yeah, I'll give you my answer as well as I can. I started magic when I was 11, and I really started with magic tricks. And I started performing magic professionally at 14, and by 20 I had done my first solo European tour. At 21, I had a shift in my life. I started to experience a lot, and I mean a lot, of real magic. I mean that. And those experiences informed my philosophy. They nourished me inside. And this brings me to my first thought. I think most magicians, being a magician and having been around a lot of magicians in a lot of countries, I think most magicians have no magic in their lives, beyond magic tricks and the love of magic, which is beautiful. But most magicians haven't experienced a lot of things which are impossible, which are real magic. And that deepens how one's respect for magic. But then one thinks to themselves, if there's this real thing, why am I sharing illusions? Right? These are illusion magic. This is theatrical magic. And it became clear to me that theatrical magic and the magic of life point to the same truth. More is possible. Not anything is possible, more is possible. So to give my concise answer, today I use the art of illusion to share truth, if I can. Now, I'm not a messiah, but in that case, the truth is we are all connected. It's very hard to debate that truth, even if you're hyper-rational. And I love the idea of taking a simple piece, right, and giving it so much meaning. And to me, the way to find meaning in magic is to look at symbols. Forget all of the words, forget all of the presentation. You just look at the symbols. What is the contrast between the initial situation and the final situation, like Ascanio said? And here, the two hearts are separate and they come together. That's the metaphor. That's the symbol. And it took me a long time to realize with this simple card trick, I can break the illusion of separation for my audience. And that to me is bigger. It's using a magic trick to reveal a truth.
Sasha, do you always put such kind of emotion in your routines? Or how you separate it between really deep emotional routines and, let's say, may I say standard funny or non-funny routines?
Sure.
What is your way to separate between the deep emotional moment and funny and uplifting moments?
Yeah. Well, it can't all be hyper emotional because then it's too much. It's too much. But I have a high ratio of emotional magic and it's strong. However, here's a good tip. If you like science, if you like psychology, this is a good tip. If you want your show to be remembered as, so people won't remember what you did, people won't remember what you said, they'll remember how you made them feel, as Maya Angelou said. And if we look at science and psychology, there is the primacy and recency effect. Primacy, recency, which means you remember the first thing and the last thing. The middle is usually quite blurry. So here's a piece of advice for you in constructing your show. You ask yourself, what do I want the audience to remember my show felt like? And then the first piece and the last piece feel that way. The middle can feel different. I hope that...
Yeah.
Now, you have to balance these things because if it's sometimes I'm too serious. I'm too sensitive. I'm a sensitive magician. But I'm not going to go into poetry for too long. I'm scripted. However, there needs to be a moment where the audience... I need my audience to always feel, holy shit, this is very special. No one breathe like, wow, this is really special what's happening. And no one breathe. No one change anything. But that also means that sometimes I really have to entertain them. And one more philosophical thought. I am no longer only an entertainer. To me, a magician, in my view of magic, my magic, I do not want to only entertain you. I have to entertain you, if not, you won't give a shit. But entertaining you is not my purpose. Because your phone is constantly trying to entertain you. YouTube is constant, your mind is constantly trying to entertain you. Every sound, every smell, every taste, everything is trying to entertain you. An entertainer is someone who catches your attention and changes your emotional state. That's entertainment to me. I don't want to only entertain you. I need to delight you. This is so important. My standard is higher for what I need for my audience. I need to delight you. I need you to feel nourished. And I do that by one or two very powerful pieces of emotional magic.
So we all have to buy delights now.
But by the way, is this the last part in your act when you do this?
No.
Somewhere in the middle?
We are right before the pause. And,
Nice, nice. So that you have something to talk about when you go into the break.
Yes, and important about the break continues the experience, because I've worked so hard to get this focus and this feeling. I need to keep them on that cloud. So in the break, they're doing things. Magic is happening, not in magic tricks, but the music. So you need to.
I had
In the end, sorry, but it's what you just said. But for me, when I watch you perform and I see what happens in the audience, members' eyes, faces, like they change their emotional state.
Yes.
There's so much positive energy. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's happy when you're performing. Yeah. But I think what you do, for me, the first impression I had is people always come to a magic show somehow. They have expectations.
Yes.
And you take their expectations and you shift them to another level.
Yes.
So they're unaware of that is possible. And you just take them and do it. So, and the way you do magic, it always comes to a conclusion. So they have some expectations, to destroy the expectations, you shift it to another level, and at the end of your show, it's the circle that closes, so it means everything is clear and logical, and it only has to be that long way. So everything that happens at the end, your spectators leave your show in a specially satisfied way, which I rarely experience in other magic performances.
Sven, magic is one of the oldest arts in the world.
Yeah.
One of the oldest. But if you would ask anybody out there about arts, they would say music, acting.
It has not.
No, wait, acting. Yeah. And I think after in position 20, 25, 30, something, magic. Somewhere there, yeah, they will find a magician. And did you ever think about why magic is on a position far away from 10?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and I think the reason is that everybody who like to do magic can buy a magic trick, learn it overnight, and show a fucking trick.
Yeah, but it's not magic, it's tricks.
But if you see magic shows, if you see magic performances, and you are honest to yourself, would you recommend a show or a magician to foreigners, to people you don't know?
To non-magicians.
Yeah, non-magicians, yes.
Non-magicians, yeah.
And you have to think about why. That's the why question, Sasha. And I love to hear your meaning, your opinion about the why session, the why question. Why I should do magic? It's the first question. And the second question is, who I am.
Who am I? Yeah.
Yes. And that's something which is so important if you watched Sasha's performance. Yes. It's not about a card trick. He did the card trick. It's a question about who is Sasha Crespi and why he did it. And exactly. I think that's, I love exactly. this philosophy. I love to discuss about it. We did it night by night by night. But now we have just 1 hour, and I hope we can give these guys out there an idea to change their mind.
The most important experience I share with you, and we talked a lot about the most important magical experience I had in my life, because I performed in magic so long, and then something after so many years happened. It was for me flying to New York to see Derek the Gaudio's show in and of itself. And that was a situation that got me really out of my thinking, because I saw that show the first time, and about 2.5 hours later on, I was not even able to talk. What did I just realize? What did just happen? And the first time we met, something like that happened, because it's not a trick, it's not an illusion, and you are able to create magical moments for your spectators. And if I say magical moments, that is another level of experience. Magic, it's emotional. And this is a long-lasting experience
Can
to be a
I-
spectator. And that,
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk much, but that is
Sasha.
very important.
Your turn.
No, listen, I'm surrounded by two brilliant, kind magicians who really get me, so I want to ask questions, but let me continue. Magic, I'm a member of the Mystery School, McBride's Magic and Mystery School. I'm so happy that I entered the Mystery School when I already had this style. I entered the Mystery School 1.5 years ago, and Jeff saw me and he knew exactly what. So let me share 2 pieces that the Mystery School says.
Sorry. Maybe I could do something in the meantime. Because, guys, to tell you, in a second there will be something coming up. When we talk about meaningful magic, and Sven was already there and me was there for the Campus Magico. The Campus Magico will happen next month again, between the 16th and 21st of July. Give me 1 second. Someone is calling me right now, and here we go.
Was los?
I can see you. It's all there. I can see you. I can hear you. The video is on, but when you try to show something, it turned black, and now you are back as a video here.
So can you see us?
Can we repeat?
Yeah, you can continue, and everything is fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So I wanna give you some more practical tips that you can literally apply practically to your magic in a moment. But briefly, my expression is magicians are powerful people. Period.
That's a question of power. That's where we ended it. Yeah.
Magic is a game of power. On a stupid level, it's, oh, look how powerful I am. I can do something you can't.
Yeah.
That's the worst level. On a theatrical level, well, magician is God, like Teller says. He creates problems and solves them. It gets quite boring. But magic is about power because we have an art form that can penetrate people's hearts, souls, or minds. You may like magic for the mind, but the mind has barriers. The heart desires to be opened. So let me give you some practical tips now. One of the things you can do to make your magic more powerful is to involve more of the senses. So there are 5 senses or more, but let's say 5 senses. And most magicians stimulate sight and sound. But these are the senses that are being bombarded every day from the phones, from the sound, everything. The most, everything. To me and to science, the most powerful sense, can you guess what it is? It's smell. The reason for that is because in evolution, we evolved, and the first sense we evolved was smell. More importantly, the sense most closely connected to memory, and remember, memory is emotional, it's not factual, because memories are stories, and we edit stories based on emotion. But the sense most connected to memory is smell. So if you want to make your magic more powerful, use smell more. Because you, in the moment of magic, so the moment of magic could be this, like I'll show you a card, a 4 of clubs, right? And then I'll change it, it becomes the king. That's a moment of magic, or the moment of magic can be this. My advice to you is involve more of the senses in the moment of magic. And if you can, involve smell, because they will remember what the experience smelled like.
Can you give a
practical example? Ready? Literally, very practical. I didn't do this in the video. When I tear the card, I normally ask, can you smell that? And people come closer, and they can. They say, I smell flowers, I smell roses. And now I've associated the sense of rose, a very unique perfume, to the moment of magic. How? Well, I took rose oil, and I sprayed it on the card, right? This I do with my business cards. I do it with playing cards. And you can do it on your hands. You can have a scent index. This hand can smell like orange, and this hand can smell like rosemary. But that's one piece of advice. Even more practical. Ready? Rainer, put your hand out like this for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Most magicians will say, I put a coin here, close it. I snap my fingers, and now open your hand. Now, when you snap your fingers, you involve two of the senses, sight and sound. But if I did this, 1, 2, 3, not only did I surprise you, but I involved an extra sense, because I'm speaking, sound, you can see it, sight, and touch. Touch is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful sense. Last thing, I do magic for the heart right now, and the best sense to touch the heart is touch.
That's interesting. There's one really interesting question. Sasha. This is Palin. Palin is a main member of the stream, and his question is, if he's showing magic for friends, it seems like he's doing magic in a private situation, and he's asking, how can I create a moment, even I am just surrounded with friends, surrounded with people that know me, and how can I go on this level you are doing? I hope, Palin, that's the right translation, but I think we are close to your question.
Yeah, the thing is that he cannot just get into a specific magic.
The most practical, the thing that you can do right away to me is you can either, I would change the context. What do I mean by this? When you light a candle, this is a symbol, and it changes the moment just a little bit. But if I were to change, if you want to make a piece feel bigger, feel more intense, then you can say, can we get some water? Actually, does anyone have a bottle of wine, for example? And now you open a bottle of wine, and you're creating a moment. Actually, I need the whole table clean for this piece, so I know it's a little uncomfortable. Can we move everything from the table, or can everyone stand?
Yeah.
You're changing the moment, and most importantly, you have two forms of attention, active attention and passive attention. Most magic is seen passively, and we ask our participants to be passive. Hold your hand out, close your hand. I can do that passively, I can do that drunk.
Sasha, that's interesting. I have to
jump. Yeah, go.
Jump in. In 2006, Thomas, Heiner, and me, we wrote our first book, Impressions from the Inner Mind. And it was our first book. We was proud of it. And we had one chapter, it was the biggest chapter, and the chapter's name was Stage, and underlying was how to create your stage. And if you're in Germany talking about the stage, die Bühne, the stage, I have to translate it, my friend. Yeah.
Keep going.
So that is always the stage with this higher in a theater. But when I came in today, yeah, you was cooking, Sven was drinking, no, was just kidding. So, and then we came into a deeper conversation, and then you did create your stage. Your stage around Sven's table. You can't see it right now, and you created your position, your position.
Yes.
And an atmosphere.
And I waited for him to be done with his call before ever starting.
Yes. And what that means is create your fucking stage.
Yes.
Your stage is where you are.
Yes.
That means if you're in a bar, in a restaurant, on a party, on a birthday party, in a train station, wherever, if you show something, don't start immediately without any context.
Yes.
Without any introduction.
Yes.
Yes, without context, without any introduction,
Yes.
without introduce yourself. Create your stage. And
I'll give an
I know
example.
Sasha, I know him.
Yes.
And I remember the first
Dinner.
dinner we had in Düsseldorf, and then we drove to my home.
Yeah.
And then Sasha asked me, Rainer, is it okay if I show you my favorite sequence for my show? I said, yeah, I'm curious to see it. Yeah. And you didn't start immediately. First, the first one you did was...
He did the same
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
I made him wait 3 hours
Yes.
for the best.
But 3 hours in a show, it's a bit difficult.
Yeah.
But what Sasha did, let's be serious.
And I want to give some advice.
What it is, say, okay, Rainer, I need a few moments, I have to prepare everything. And then it was like a children who was preparing the table with toys.
Yes.
And it was, I said, what he's doing? First, you know, remember, first the chest and everything, and the thread and candle. And you said to me, Rainer, wait a minute, I'm prepared in a bit. Okay, no, I said, no problem, I get the next wine, blah, blah, blah. And it took at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was so curious. What will happen?
Yeah, I'm constantly building,
raising up curiosity.
because
is, I think,
to me, a performer can be magnetic, which means you draw your audience in, or they can be radiant. You push your energy out. A charismatic person is radiant. They communicate, they speak. That's their gift. A charming person is magnetic. They draw you in and listen. The charming person makes you feel so interesting. And ultimately, you want to know more about the person in front of you because all they do is listen. The magnetic person infects you with their energy. Jeff McBride is radiant. Sven is charismatic and radiant. Rainer creates a gentler moment, draws you in. But one more example of setting the stage. If you're on the road, right? In the street. I've done street magic in many countries. Here's an idea. You say, one of the things I love to say is, can I show you something? This is going to sound a bit strange. Can I show you something beautiful? Like truly beautiful. Yeah, can I just show you something beautiful? Yes. Okay, well, we need to do a few things first. And then we look each other in the eyes. It may last 1 second. And then I may have them kneel down with me. See, that creates the stage. And I may kneel down in the center of a place. Look at how much magnetic attention we're creating. So you don't need a table. You don't need a close-up pad. Anywhere, start by creating your stage. Now, I want to teach them something. I like to make it. So let me show you a totally different version of the exact same trick. Okay? You just saw infinite love. I break the illusion of separation. Now we'll show you totally different. We'll do it quickly. So this is the most contextual piece of magic. How do I say that? This only happens 1 time a year. I have magic that is only good for a right person in a right moment. So if someone says to me, I can't take him anymore, you know, this boyfriend, he's an asshole, or I want to leave him, or this person lives with me and I feel like it's toxic, anything like that, I listen, and I say, are you willing to engage in a breakup ritual? What do you mean? Are you willing to engage in a breakup ritual? Eventually they may say yes. I say, great. Well, I have a card here, and it's not a normal card. As a matter of fact, there's nothing normal about this card. I made this card. And this card is a metaphor for where you are now. Take a look. And I give them the 2 of hearts. And they understand it's not a normal card.
Let's say I'm the spectator.
Yes,
okay?
give them the 2 of hearts. And they look at it, and they understand this is where they are with the person. They're still connected. And I may say, but what you want is for the 2 hearts to be separate, right? You want to separate from this person. So repeat after me. Take the 2.
Yeah?
Hold it, face down.
I do it for the camera, okay?
Yeah, and I'm going to begin the tear. And with your 2 hands, hold them here.
Yeah?
And repeat after me. I'm sorry.
You repeat.
Repeat. I'm sorry.
Sure?
I'm sorry.
Don't tear it off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
I forgive you.
I forgive you.
And even though the pain in our hearts may tear us apart.
Sorry, my point.
Yeah.
Even though
the pain
the
in
pain
our hearts
in our hearts
may tear us apart.
might tear us apart.
I remember
that
we are both whole. Turn over the cards. And now they see, and the hearts have been separated. Not finished. This is a small moment. At this point, I let the moment breathe, and they say, what do I do with these cards? Well, one of them represents you, and one of them represents the other person. So you have a choice. You can either take this card and gift it to the person and metaphorically gift it, or you can burn it, or what I would recommend is you take a pot with soil, you take the card, and you plant it inside. And if you do, I promise that a flower will grow.
That's something. That's something
And it's true because I split this card and I put a seed of a flower inside. This is true.
Let me explain and repeat that again.
Yes, in German if you want.
No, I try to do it in English, but that you get an idea of this fucking amazing idea.
Listen.
Last weekend, I was invited with my girlfriend to a special evening with Sven, Jesse, and Sasha here at Sven's home. We went here, and that's not the first time. I told my girlfriend, hey, we go to Sven, and it's a nice evening, we have a great dinner, and actually, I thought I know every fucking single second what will be happening here. And then Sasha asked me to do a ritual. We did a ritual. I wanted to explain what it is. But let me tell you, the end was that I held a card in my hand. It was a tarot card, which was blank. And then he told me, if you are back home and you have a moment of joy,
a good moment,
plant it into the earth,
Into a flower pot.
and put some water on it, and a flower will appear after a while. And that was for me. And I know a lot meditation. I know a lot mentalists. I know thousands of routines and sequences. And to know that this piece of card, it's actually the mother of a beautiful flower which will growing up. That was a moment which also hit me totally. That was, thank you very much, Sasha. To be honest, it was an amazing moment. And imagine you have a fucking playing card, and out of this piece of nothing, they grew up a flower. Tell me, please, how deeper, how more effective, and how more emotional you will create a routine.
Can I share more?
Yes.
I would like to know if there's any questions, because I know the time is running out, but I will gift you another presentation. Ready?
Yes,
This
please
is a
do.
presentation for the bill and lemon. Okay? Many of us do this routine. This is context specific, which is my favorite type of magic. So you can do this in a show that is a party. Okay? But you're not just a performer, you're guiding the audience. So you say, welcome. You welcome them at the door. You say, you have now entered a new world. Things that appear impossible are possible here. Boundaries can be explored. For example, money grows on trees here in this house. What? Money grows on trees. And snakes appear out of nowhere. So at this point, you borrow 50 euros and you have everyone in the room draw on it. Stop signing cards, stop signing bills. Co-create a work of art. Much more fun. Okay. Then you burn the bill, you make it disappear. Then you go outside with everyone and you walk through a lemon field, a field of lemon trees. And everybody picks a lemon. Okay, so everybody's picking a lemon. And then at the end of your walking, there is a space for a picnic. And you all sit down. One lemon is chosen. We make a lemonade. And eventually we open the lemon and the money is found inside. Money grows on trees. But this is not finished.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. Now, you take a shovel. Yes? How do you say a shovel?
Shovel.
Shovel. You make a hole. You take the seeds of the lemon and you put them inside and you close the hole. That's it for now. At the end of the show, while people are leaving through the lemon orchard, you never make a point of this, those who look in the peripheral vision will see that the seed has now grown into a little tree. So this is all symbolic magic. What are the questions?
There's one really interesting question, and that's I also always feel like I'm not good enough to perform here.
Yes. Well, magic is a very easy way for people who are insecure, and I started this way 100%, to feel like they are powerful. But magic is about power. And if you perform to make yourself feel better for the reactions, then you are never, in my opinion, going to find self-worth. Because you cannot find self-worth in other people's opinions. So what I have done, this is real for me, and I have to learn the next best step, is I separate my feelings towards myself from my reactions from my audience. Speaking philosophically, the Stoics say we can only control two things, our thoughts and our actions. Everything else is outside. The Bhagavad Gita says, detach from the fruits of your labors. You work, you build a tree, and it may grow or it may not. So you detach from the fruit of your work. So the reactions, the responses are wonderful, but don't find your self-worth through magic in other people. Instead, my opinion, deepen your respect and love for magic as a beautiful, generous art form. It changes the way your audience perceives your magic. Because my biggest, maybe the best place for me to end my speech here is what I think my audiences feel, and what you can feel hopefully now, is that I have a rich inner world. And this gives a lot to the magic. It's like the first of the 7 veils of Tamariz, the mystery of the inner world. And the more I deepen my love and respect for magic, the more powerful I become as a magician, and the better my intentions are.
I think that's a beautiful, last
words. Famous last words.
I have to say that I
seriously talked about that magic is at the end of the respected art in the world.
So that's there we close the circle, but because you started with it. So it is the thing that magic is not, it's one of the oldest art forms in this world.
Yeah.
And it's not as respected as the classical art forms, as acting, painting, dancing, music. The question is, why is it so? Because we're not able with the things mostly to touch the people as much as we do with music or with the other art forms. So it's a question, we have to question ourselves, why is it that way? Because we can heighten up and we can level up our magic exactly to that spot, but most don't do. And this is the thing which is very important for me, because as a magician now performing magic for 41 years, being a professional magician since 31 years, is I always struggled in comparison to all the other art forms to call myself an artist. Mm-hmm. And magic is an art form if you perform it the right way. And there are very few magicians in my life I met who are able to pull that off and to make this an experience for me where I really see it as an art form. So, and there we are, here with him and his knowledge and his thinking, and very few of these magicians we know in this world. We have the chance to improve our magic to another level where we make it an art form.
Please raise your standard for your own magic. Your magic, most magic friends, most magic clubs have too low a standard, and they will lie to you.
Yes.
Raise your standard by a lot. My standard now is I see Copperfield, I'm like, it's a long way to go, but that's a new standard, you know? Please, don't be lied to by yourself or your friends. Your magic can improve so much. Yeah. Magic, like love in all its forms, can go deeper and deeper and deeper. There's no bottom. So please, go deeper with your magic and examine your intentions. Because why you do magic, sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's a pyramid in my mind, and I know Rainer agrees with this pyramid, I think, which is, the trick is what? How you perform the trick, the presentation is how, okay? To me, you don't go from what, the trick, you don't choose the trick, and then you choose the presentation. No. You first think, why, you don't have any trick in mind. You say, what is happening? What is the context? And then you think to yourself, why do I want to share something with this person? So for example, in the context of the breakup ritual, why do I want to share? Because this person is hurting, and we can do a breakup ritual. It's a fun thing, and it's kind of interesting. So why?
It's a fun thing.
That informs how. That informs the presentation, and the presentation informs the choice of effect. Don't find an effect and choose a presentation for it. Ask yourself, what is the context? Why am I sharing? What do I want to share, but why am I sharing it? And then how do I want to share the presentation? And then you get to the truth.
Yes, and the most important thing is to get to these questions. You ask yourself is the other one question, which is very important, is the one that you ask is, who am I? Who
Guys,
am I?
if you're interested to hear more about these two guys, maybe I'm also in. Following Christian and the cardshark College, I'm pretty sure we will see Sasha again. I have to bring him back
In
to Germany.
September, right?
So,
Yes, there is
Yeah.
that thing in September you all know about.
Yeah.
We will all meet there. This is the only pre-competition and pre-convention for the German Championships in Magic
So-
in Kevlar. And we just talked with the convention team, and it seems like we will have a nice stage talk and perhaps
Three-way.
a lecture with this young guy there live in Kevlar in September.
I'll teach you a
at
lot
the
of
Magica
tricks as
2023.
and for me, that was one of the
Three-way conversation.
amazing evening ever to be here. Sven, thank you very much. Sasha, thank you very much that you joined us again.
Thank you, my
Wait,
friend.
we will
If
see us
they
again.
shut down, take our clothes off.
Christian is
Can you hear me at all, or is it? Can you hear
ask your
me?
question in the comments. We will answer. Bye. Good evening. Good
That
night.
was amazing.
Take
Bye.
care. Raise your
Amazing.
standard.
Amazing.
Get out of your bedroom.
Yeah.
Christian?
So I will mute these guys and we'll go back to myself here. It seems that in the middle of the interview we lost the connection with the audio, so they did not hear me anymore and we could not interact. However, these three guys did everything on their own, very nice, very well. I read all the comments meanwhile and just waited for this great presentation to get to this end. It's wonderful, really wonderful input. Reminds me a lot of the Campus Magico that will happen in July, by the way. It will be from the 16th to the 21st of July. Just in case you want to go deeper into a workshop mode. Sven already did it, I did it several times. I can highly recommend it. Then you heard that Sasha will be most likely at the German qualification in Kevlar. Certainly I also read that you would be interested of getting him here into the into the college, so that there would be a one-day workshop. I like this idea as well. And if you're interested in this effect that he did with the two hearts, that's something, who knows what will happen very soon. Yeah, all in all, a fantastic evening, a fantastic interview. Thank you so much for joining me so quickly without any hesitation. I wish I would have been there, then we would have a camera with 4 guys, much easier setup. Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will see us in, wait a second, I'm just getting a call from Rainer right now. Rainer, I muted you to make the final words. I'm all set, I guess. Thank you so much, and yeah, stay safe. Now again in German language. In diesem Sinne, ab in die Rinne. Also bis dahin.